Reece Walsh. You did it.
Oh my God, what a bloody ride. Bronx Nation, you're the best.
You asked them to come down. Here they are.
Yeah, look at this love. Our game's never been stronger. We bloody love you. A lot of people rid us off this year, but the only ones that believe was us. We love you, eh?
I'm looking down at your shoes. On your shoes, you got written beat great. Do you feel great?
Oh, mate, it hasn't sunk in yet. Oh, I'm just so bloody happy for our boys. Man, the culture from sitting in that bloody, those bushes in that army camp to riding the wave. Oh, baby! Woo! You go get my brother.
Go and get him.
Well, that's quite something. He's mentioned the army camp, the notoriously trying training regime by Michael Maguire. It was drawing some criticism earlier in the year. And maybe it wasn't quite working. Well, they have won the day. They'll lift the trophy. It's the ultimate reward. Darren Lockyer.
Thanks here with Paddy Carrigan. Describe that.
Oh, best ever. I knew I got nothing. Coming down, losing two boys. We all know the storylines of the last two, so for the boys to fight for it, how good, how good.
What did the coach say at half-time?
Nah, he just said back our D. Lucky we've had 2 rehearsals the last 2 weeks, so we knew that if we could get our footy on, we'd be good enough, and I don't even know how good, You
had to dig deep at the end there with all the injuries and HIA.
Yeah, mate, that's what we built. Just a club that turns up for each other. There's some boys not in this team today, but our 36 boys, we've had a lot of boys from trainer trial contracts. Everyone means everything to us because week in, week out, they've been turning up. Billy Walters, Benny Tolte, oh, mate, everyone.
And what are you going to say to the Broncos fans here?
Oh, it's been a while, but we finally got you one.
Over to you, Freddie.
Thank you, Lockie. I'm here with Cameron Munster. Cameron, you guys, the whole team, you fought so hard until the very end. What are the emotions like now?
Oh, yeah, look, it's pretty disappointing. Bronx were too good tonight. You can't afford to be giving Reece and Payne Haas and Paddy Carrigan and obviously Ezra Mam with the ball too much. And we defended for too long there in the back end of that game. I think it was the first 15 minutes. We just gave them too much ball, and the result pretty much speaks for itself. Great game of footy, great spectacle. Thanks for the fans coming out. Disappointing for the Storm, but hopefully we'll be back bigger and better next year. And yeah, it's pretty disappointing. So we'll lick our wounds and hopefully learn from this again.
Take us into that final 5 or so minutes, because it really seemed like it could go either way.
Yeah, we created opportunities. Kudos to the Bronx for scrambling. They were hungry. They fought tooth and nail to the end, and what a great game. Disappointing loss. I'm so happy about our boys for the year. It's very hard to get to a grand final like Bellyache spoke about. It's very hard to win one, and we tried our ass off tonight. It wasn't good enough, and work even harder in the pre-season and learn from our mistakes.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. It wasn't to be tonight, but I'm sure we'll see you bigger and better than next year.
Yeah, hopefully. It's disappointing, but I guess that's life. So we'll move on, lick our wounds like I spoke about, and work harder in the pre-season.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Danica.
Alana, over to you.
Thank you, Danica. I'm here with the Man Mountain himself, Payne Haas. Payne, you just had a really special moment with your coach, Michael Maguire. What did the two of you say?
We started this journey from November, and we manifested this. We spoke about getting this premiership, and to be here now, I can't believe it. And do it in front of all our fans, Brisbane. We do it for them. They counted us out, but we got it done.
At halftime, you were down 10 points, but the last couple of games, the way you fought back in the second half in particular, did that give you belief in today's game?
Yeah, 100%. We were pretty confident going into halftime, and we knew if we got our game on, we were going to run them down. So I'm so proud of the boys. Paddy Carrigan, he played 80 minutes tonight, and I'm so glad I'm on his side, and he's a special player, and I'm really proud of him.
doing the tough stuff in the middle, but I want to ask you about your halves. They both had to lead the field at different times. You have some superstars out there that certainly stood up. What did you make of your team's performance, in particular Ezra Mam, Reece Walsh? Some of his tackles were off the rails.
Yeah, I thought Ezra changed the game for us. He's a special player, Ezra, and what he's been through all year to come out and play like that. I'm so proud of him. And Walshy, he's one of a kind, mate, and I love him to death, and I can't wait to enjoy this with the boys now.
Payne, what about for you personally? Is your family here where you get to celebrate with them after you cheer on with your boys?
Yeah, my brothers, my daughter, my partner, they're all here, and I can't wait to share this moment with them, and yeah, I just can't wait.
An incredible season for you yourself. Go and enjoy it. Congratulations again.
Thank you, everyone. Much love.
Tomo, back to you.
Thank you, Alana. It's a wonderful moment for Payne Haas, a player who has endured so much from a personal perspective. And there's Ezra Mam. Well, 2 years ago on this very night, he scored 3 tries in a losing grand final, and indeed it was his input when he came onto the field just before half-time which had a profound impact on the outcome. The Broncos 26, the Storm 22. Yes, Brad?
Got Ben Hunt. 10 years ago, it was a totally different story. How do you feel?
Mate, I'm just on top of the world at the moment, Freddie. So much hard work for so many years, and I never dreamt of coming back to this club, and to get back here and to win a comp and just pay back what I've done for this club and what they've done for me. It's an absolute dream come true, mate. It really is.
Could you feel the love? I think every single person here was thinking about you towards that back end of the game. Could you feel the love?
Mate, we felt the love all year, and especially last week and tonight. Our fans are amazing, mate, and they've been waiting for a long time to get this, and I'm glad I could be a part of it and get it done for them.
A lot of people have been on this journey with you. Your family, what do they mean to you? Where have they been?
Oh, mate, without my family, mate, I honestly wouldn't be here. The roller coaster of rugby league. My beautiful wife, my little boys, my mum and dad, the ups and downs I've had in my career. If I'm without the rock with them at home, I don't think I would have been here, so I've got to owe them a hell of a lot, mate, and all the people have contributed to my career over the, right through from the juniors. This is something that they can all look at and say they're a part of.
You played in plenty of games. How did that one stand up? It looked like a pretty good quality from the sideline.
Oh, mate, it had everything. Our last 3 or 4 weeks have had a bit of everything too, but it was a fantastic grand final, and I'm just glad we're on the right end of it.
What about your fullback, Walsh? He set up a couple, he saved about 4. What's your last word on Reece Walsh?
Mate, freak. That's all I can put it down to. He's an absolute freak.
Congratulations, mate.
Cheers, Freddie. Thanks, mate.
Yes, well, I don't think there's much doubt who might walk away with the Clive Churchill. How would you describe the performance from Reece Walsh, bearing in mind that he wasn't the only player out there that was outstanding for Brisbane, Andrew?
Well, he did it without the ball. In the second half, he saved 3 tries. Kamikamitha off the scrum, he ran down Pappenhausen, and then that last play, he played poker with Eli Katoa and slid off and made the big tackle on Pappenhausen. I want to give a massive rap to the coach, Michael Maguire. Much maligned in the media, especially the Sydney media over the years, that he trained them too hard. And what's happened? They would not have got here, the grand final, this semi-final series. They've run down 2 teams, champion teams, late because of that fitness edge. Reece Walsh actually spoke about it then, about the lessons they've learned in the army camps. So well done to Michael Maguire. He's done it for South, he's done it for New South Wales, for the Kiwis. Now the Broncos.
Well, I touched on this point in the second half, but his name sits alongside coaching royalty to have won grand finals at 2 clubs. Bennett, Gibson, Sheens, Gould, Anderson, and now Maguire. The Broncos are our champions for season 2025, and for all footy fans, pre-orders are now open for this very special piece of Brisbane Broncos memorabilia. Secure your edition of the Premier's team signed jersey. There it is. For your risk-free pre-order, visit officialmemorabilia.com.au now. Let's take it to the field for the official presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how good's footy? A remarkable season, and the Telstra Premiership finishes with a grand final so fitting of the year that we've witnessed on the field. Tonight on stage, the Australian Rugby League Commission Chairman, Mr. Peter Vlandis, the National Rugby League CEO, Andrew Abdo, and 1989 and 1991 Clive Churchill medalist, Mr. Bradley Clyde. Well, thank you so much, as always, to Telstra, our naming rights partner, for your unwavering support and investment in our great game of rugby league. It is now time to find out who our player of the match is, who will take home the prestigious Clive Churchill Medal for 2025. The winner? Guess who? Reece Walsh.
Bit lost for words at the moment. First of all, I just want to thank the Melbourne Storm, Craig Bellamy and his whole team. Man, yous were the standard in the game this whole year, and to us, Bronx, all of our fans, everybody that turned out tonight, we bloody appreciate yous. Madge, coaching staff, we love yous. If it wasn't for all those bloody defensive sets on our line, I don't think we'd be here. Love yous all. Plumber out.
Congratulations, Reece, our Clive Churchill medalist of 2025. I'd now like to invite to the stage our match officials. A big thank you to referee for tonight, Grant Atkins, and touch judges Chris Sutton and Dave Munro, and they'll be receiving their medals from junior referees here tonight. Congratulations to all three of you. Folks, could you now join me in welcoming to the stage, to speak on behalf of the Melbourne Storm, Harry Grant.
Firstly, I'd just like to say thanks to Peter, Andrew and everyone at the NRL for the season that we've had, all the time and effort that you've put in throughout the season, to make the season what it was. So thank you very much. To Madge, Adam and all the Broncos, I just want to say congratulations on what you've been through for the season. There's a lot of question marks. Credit to the group, sticking solid, and if there's one bloke that deserves it, it's probably Ben Hunt. So congrats Dozer and the Broncos. I just want to say thanks to the referees, touch judges and everyone involved. It's a thankless job at times, and I think we are so much of them, and they put in such great performances week in, week out. So I just want to say thank you for all your efforts. To our club, we were here last year. We're here again this year. We'll make a stand to be back here again next year. Thank you for all the effort. To our sponsors, our board, all our coaches and volunteers that put so much time in, thank you very much. To the playing group, I love you so much, and what you do week in, week out, we really appreciate it as a playing group. And to all our fans, the Storm fans, but also all the fans in the NRL, I just want to say thank you. So appreciate it, all the best.
Thank you, Harry. All class, as always. Now to present the rings to our 2025 NRL Premiers tonight, we've got the mighty Kingcumber Colts Rugby League team here. Good on you guys, great to see you here and loving their moments on the big stage. We begin tonight with coach of the Brisbane Broncos and now premiership winner at two different clubs, Michael Maguire. To the playing squad now. Get back up here, Reece Walsh. Next up, Josiah Karapani. Katoni Staggs. Gemma Shibasaki. Dean Mariner. Ben Hunt. Corey Jensen. Corey Pikes. Payne Haas. Brendan Piakura. Jordan Riki. Patrick Carrigan. Ezra Mam. Kobe Hetherington. Xavier Willison. Tyson Smoothie. And last, but certainly not least, Adam Reynolds.
Firstly to Craig, Harry and the Melbourne Storm, just want to congratulate you on a fantastic season. You've set the benchmark for so many years now. Could have easily went your way tonight. Keep your head high. No doubt we'll see you in a big game again in the future. Peter, Andrew, for the NRL, Telstra, thank you for putting on a magnificent season again. I think it was my favourite year to see the teams go out the way they did. The final series was amazing, so thank you again. To the Broncos major sponsors, First Mac, the Star, Forex, Kia, thank you for your ongoing support. Without you guys, none of this is possible. To our board, thank you very much, Dave, the CEO. Thank you, mate, for getting me up to Brisbane. It's been a hell of a ride. I've loved every minute of it. Can't wait to run it back next year. Looking forward to it. To our members and fans, both here in the stadium and back home in Brisbane, it's been 19 young years and the trophy's coming back home where it belongs. Can't wait to get back home to Brisbane, to the Premier, build a bigger stadium because we sold that one out and we'll sell it out again. To the boys, love you all, Madge, coaching staff. Been one hell of a season. Loved every minute of it. Let's party, eh? I just want to invite one bloke up here. He helped us get here. He's a big part of the team. We couldn't have done it without him, Billy Walters. Help me lift his trophy, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 NRL Premiers, the Brisbane Broncos.
Well, what a moment this is. Accor Stadium feels like Suncorp Stadium tonight. The Broncos fans here in droves, and they got exactly what they wanted. Their team bringing the Provan-Summons Trophy back over the border to Brisbane. A stunning performance against the Melbourne Storm here tonight. Stay with us, a massive post-show to dissect it all. You've just witnessed an epic grand final, exclusive, live and free, right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports, your home of the very best.
International Rugby League, the Pacific Championships.
Oh, that is brilliant! Outrageous!
They're lining up for Australia. Scores a try with the England jumper. Cross contact. Unbelievable! Count it. Timothy! Oh! My love has got no money. Goes for it again. He scored! This is sensational! My goodness! That is absolutely brilliant! Beautiful finish!
Welcome to Flemington.
And they're racing.
And as we're about to see, history is in the making.
Queenslanders reigning supreme. Just absolutely phenomenal. Is Australian PGA champion.
And he only needs one. And Rory has done the double.
He is on today.
A sensation, but there's no denying Kyle Chalmers.
To a world-class performer, another Australian record.
It's an incredible day to be out on Sydney Harbour.
Blast off. Full speed ahead.
It is showtime here at Melbourne Park. Well, if you came for a show, it's just started. That is out of this world.
Wow! Is it Australia's time? It is indeed! She's number one!
Written off at the halfway mark of the 2025 season. Premiers, another half season later. What a night for the Brisbane Broncos. Victorious over the Melbourne Storm. And one of the big stories, Adam Reynolds. And right now, he's with Alana. Alana!
James, I'm just with Adam Reynolds, sharing a really special moment with his kids. Just firstly, you had to leave because of your calf. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's not ideal, but to see the way the boys carried on and got the job done, that's inspiring. The group's been built on belief, hard work. Yeah, it's amazing, and to get the job done tonight, so proud. I mean, pretty much gave me a lifeline, this club, to come up here, and that was a dream, to win the premiership up here, and yeah, glad we could get it done.
When you were here in 2023, to be able to come back, I know you've really had a tough run with injuries, but what was Madge actually like? Because we've obviously heard a lot of the conversation on these pre-seasons and how tough he was, but what was the year like with Madge?
It was enjoyable. I loved it. I've had a lot of history with Madge. We've had a lot of great moments, and this one just might top it. Geez, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. The hard work we do through the pre-seasons for moments like we've seen tonight show resilience at the back end of that game. Myself, Benny, Josiah went off, so under all sorts of pressure and circumstances like that, to get the job done, yeah, it's special.
There were some huge moments and so many players put their hand up and totally owned them, but I want to ask you about Ben Hunt and just how chuffed you are for him to be able to have this moment as well, just as special as it is for you.
Yeah, no one deserves it more, to see how hard he works. I mean, he's copped all sorts of criticism over the past couple of years, and yeah, definitely doesn't deserve it. I mean, he's a one-of-a-kind person. The culture he's created at the club, along with the other leaders, it's been fantastic. So I can't wait to share a beer with him over this. It's going to be pretty special.
When you run out on the footy field, quite often in a team, you speak about the jersey and what it means when you put it on and what it means to you. What does this Broncos jersey mean for you, Reno?
It means everything. I mean, I spent a large chunk of my career at South Sydney. I love that place, and you know, I love this jersey. You know, equally, if not more, to give me a lifeline to come up here and put the faith in me to lead the club. You know, I'm so honoured. I'm so grateful, and yeah, certainly don't take it for granted. So I'm glad that we can deliver this back to Brisbane and, you know, give our members and fans what they deserve. They've been solid. Ever since I arrived, they've adopted me as one of their own, and yeah, just so overwhelmed at the moment.
It's incredible. It's great to witness. Now, I know you've got 4 beautiful kids, so I've heard that you're the chatty one. Is that true?
I used to be.
Okay. Did you know that Dad was going to win tonight? He's pretty good, huh? What was your favourite thing about watching Dad on this? I mean, the crowd was pretty cool, but what was your favourite thing about watching him win a premiership?
Love you, Reno. That he was working with his teammates.
Love that. Perfect answer. You know what? He's got a pretty cool ring you might be able to inherit as well, guys. Reno, congratulations. Go and enjoy it, not just with your family, but with the boys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Freddie, over to you.
All right, Alana was talking about that ring. Give us a look at it. Can we give everyone at home a look at that? How hard is it to get one of them?
Oh, man, are we on?
We're on.
Oh, we're on. Shit. Yeah, real hard. Obviously, I'm lucky enough to have done it. I get to the grand final in 23, but didn't come away with the chocolates. But yeah. Oh, this year's just been so, you know, so like fucking, oh shit. Oh, I'm speechless. It's been so hard this year for all of us boys just to, you know, find the groove that we've wanted to play, and man, it's really hard to get this ring, and I'm so proud that we've got the ring with the boys.
You had some challenges. What about this club? What about the support of this club? What does it say about the club?
Oh man, the club's got major support around us. Obviously, for myself, they supported me in my journey as of this year, and yeah, I can't thank them enough. But you know, the brotherhood that we've formed and sisterhood with the women's team, and you know, we've really bought in together from upstairs to the playing squad. you know, we really couldn't be doing it without everyone, you know, getting around us.
Now, you told me your parents are in the grandstand. You don't get to see your mum that often. She's from the Torres Strait. Yeah. What was it like to win a grand final in front of her?
Oh, man, she's put her blood, sweat and tears into me alongside with my father there. Yeah, I can't thank them enough. Can't thank them and my two grandparents. I won't say enough, you know, about what they've done for me. And, you know, I just can't wait to enjoy this moment with them and enjoy this moment with the boys.
2 years ago, you sat and watched Penrith run around these streamers. How different is it winning?
Yeah, mate, honestly, I can't remember too much of that night. And, you know, I hope I can enjoy and remember a lot of this night. And I'm just going to really let this sink in and, you know, get amongst it with the brothers and, yeah, have some fun.
Go and join your brothers.
Thanks,
well
mate.
done.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
James, over to you, mate.
Brilliant scenes. So many amazing stories intertwined in this juggernaut that is the Brisbane Broncos, the back end of the year, and that man, Michael Maguire. They were calling for his head halfway through the season, and here he is now, a premiership coach, not once, but twice, from South Sydney to the Broncos, just like his little general, the number 7 in Adam Reynolds. Great to have your company here. Such a massive post show, so much to dissect. Phil Gould, Darren Lockyer, Cameron Smith all here. Lockyer, 2006, you held the premiership trophy aloft. It was the last time the Broncos were able to do so. Congratulations. How does it feel? How's it sitting with you?
Oh, it's incredible. Like, I think the last 5 weeks for the club and the players, the ride we've been on has been extraordinary. We beat Melbourne in Sydney, in Brisbane, and I think a lot of the fans and a lot of the players started to believe that we could actually do it. Then you go down to Canberra, and you have that game there, come back from 16, then have a week off, and then we play Penrith, come back from 14, and then tonight at half-time, 10 down, and we come back. So to have that belief, which Madge kept talking about, but the fans had it too. Yeah. Like the groundswell of support for the Broncos, I've never seen anything like it.
The Clive Churchill medalist tonight, Reece Walsh, Gus, leading into this match, everyone was saying if the Broncos win, it's on the back of their number 1, and obviously he's wearing the old jersey that Lockie had, and he does so with pride. Simply outstanding tonight.
Yeah, look, I've been saying ever since I first met him that he's a superstar. Now, when superstars can travel a rocky course early in their career, they get a lot of scrutiny, they get a lot of criticism, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. But all of a sudden there's a coming of age or a moment in time where they just stand up and say, this is mine. And he had about half a dozen of those moments with and without the ball tonight. He really stood up and did some amazing things and virtually took ownership of the result. He had a lot of great teammates, don't get me wrong, you don't win it on your own, but it's one of the more extraordinary individual performances I've seen from a player in a big game, what Reece Walsh produced tonight, with and without the ball. He saved tries, he set up tries, he scored tries. Absolutely incredible. He's a superstar.
He certainly is. They're just walking past our set here, as you can see. They've got the premiership trophy, and there is an ocean of Broncos fans in the stands here that they're all heading over with.
You've been in and around a game a long time, Gus. Can you think of a better performance in a grand final than an individual?
No, like I said, it's the best individual performance I've seen from a player in a big game like this, like an Origin or an Origin or a grand final. Reece Walsh to stand up on this stage and take on the might of the Melbourne Storm. I mean, everyone talks about the Melbourne Storm spine. There was 4 other players on the opposition team that any one of them could have taken charge of this game. And as a quartet, they were going to be hard to contend with. They had the running in the first half. But he virtually took them on it himself. He made it his responsibility for the Broncos to get across the line tonight. His attacking play was breathtaking. His defensive play was incredible. But just the way he imposed himself on the game. You blokes were all great players.
The man of the moment comes in for a Lockie hug. Well done, Reece. Congratulations to you, mate. The great man was just giving you a big rap, mate.
You deserve it. You deserve it, mate. You deserve it all.
Well done, Ezra.
Well done, Ezra. Congratulations. Isn't this a nice moment? You can see how much it means to them, Cameron. You've been there before, as much as it hurts you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Disappointed, of course, as a Melbourne Storm fan, but you look at these young players of the Brisbane Broncos, and it's just, you know, they've now reached the pinnacle of the game. They've worked so hard for so long. They came all so close only 2 years ago to have it taken off them in the last 15 minutes. They were in the position where the Melbourne Storm were this evening, with one hand on the premiership trophy only for Penrith and in particular Nathan Cleary to work his magic. But tonight, they found that resolve. They found the courage. They found the energy to finish it off.
Well, the man that has coached them to this premiership is joining us now live at the desk. Michael Maguire, Madge, congrats. We've spoken a few times of late about the roller coaster you've been on this year. You got to the finish unscathed and with exactly what you came for.
Yeah! I've got a special group of players, I've got to say. They've been through everything. It's been a roller coaster ride. We've had ups and downs, but they all stayed true to what we've been building, and they've got the reward now. I'm so proud of them and how they've gone about things, and I'm just happy for them.
Maggie, I've got to ask you, early in the year, there's a bit of criticism around your coaching saying, oh, he's too hard, he's working too hard, they're training too hard. How did you get this group to believe in what you wanted to do at this club?
Blah, blah, blah.
How'd you do it?
Yeah, look,
because you've turned them around.
I've been fortunate. I've been with other groups of players, and I just knew if they stuck the course, and I've been able to experience that with other teams. And I had belief with this group when I first walked in. You could hear and feel what they wanted. And obviously, a few of the boys have been through a fair bit over the last 5 or 6 years, let alone 2 years ago. So the hunger was in the belly. I just had to make sure that we fed that.
When people criticise you for training the team too hard, can anyone tell me a team in history that didn't train hard but won a comp?
No, to be honest, Gus, it's quite embarrassing that people talk about it.
Isn't it?
Because I've never ever seen a team that has worked easy and won a comp.
What team ever won a premiership that didn't train hard?
Yeah, well, you've coached, mate, and you know exactly what works.
Sometimes we've got a coach who's got to show them how to train to win premierships.
Well, it takes time. Yeah. I mean, you can't just turn up and think that they're going to be grand finalists. You've got to put them through all sorts of things to be able to teach them and to believe. And oh god, there we go again.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. I'll tell you what, it feels good though.
Let me ask you this question. Was there a game during the year, A, that convinced you could do this, and B, when was the game when they believed they could do it?
Oh, Gus, there was quite a lot of moments. I think once we got through the Origin period, I really saw a change, I guess, for the guys that came back from Origin. Like, we had moments where I thought, that's the way we want to play and how we want to play. But once we got through that Origin period, they just locked in. And I thought that was my leaders, Payne, Paddy, Hunty, Reno and Katoni. Those boys locked in. Like I've been with players, but they really locked in. I thought, right, we're going to have a run now. And that's probably the big change.
I think the other turning point too, Matt, was when we lost Ezra and we lost Reno, and everyone just wrote us off. But what did you say to the group at that point in time?
Well, I was pretty fortunate. I had a couple of handy players, and everyone kept talking about that. And people probably didn't recognise a lot of what we've actually been through. Albeit there was probably the noise and things like that. We had the players like Billy Walters, absolutely outstanding. We put him into a half, and I've had a pass with Billy at previous clubs, and I just knew what he could do. And then Hunty, he's been a 7. So, the storylines of some of the things that happened today, like Hunty to come back, that is a special moment there for us to be a part of. He's copped it, over the time of, when he had his last time at the grand final, and just to have a hug of him there, it was pretty bloody special.
Yeah, it means so much.
You've won one of the Rabbits, and this is probably not the right time to ask, but how does that rate compare to this one?
Oh, mate, they're all special, Smithy. They are hard to get. I've been trying to get to this for 11 years. So, to have it in 2014 was an incredible ride. And, I always thank the clubs. And I was fortunate overseas at Wigan and South. They're bloody hard to get to. And these boys have been able to, put their name into history books. And But Brisbane's a special place. Last week with the crowd, I've never seen anything like that. We've had some special moments with the South fans, but that was amazing what they did last week, and that just rode the team home.
Well, they've travelled with you today. This felt like a home game for Broncos. It felt like a home game, and I actually took a photo after the game because I've never seen a crowd stay back, as many people stayed back after full time to watch a presentation as what I saw tonight.
Well, when you sit down in your coach's box, you sort of look around, and the flags and the Broncos fans, they were everywhere. You could see that they were outnumbering, obviously, the storm. And, I think we've had, 10 planes come down. We've had bus rides. I've had all sorts of stories from people coming from far and wide. And, It's a big brand, this one. It's the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to sleep tonight, but I'm going to have that... It's going to be going in my head all night.
Welcome to... Wait till you get home.
Oh, the party will be huge.
It's going to be special, though.
Well, you got the NRL, NRLW double today as well. So celebration's massive. And, mate, you've done something for you can do. You won over the state of New South Wales by winning an Origin series last year. And now you've won over the state of Queensland, or the bulk of them, with this here tonight. So congratulations to you, mate. And we'll let you go and enjoy your team.
Yeah, I just want to say well done to the girls too.
Yeah,
That was a special game, that one too, for the girls.
Big year to be a Queenslander. Origin, NRL, NRLW.
Yep.
Big year to be a Queenslander. You're not a Queenslander. How'd you get in there?
He's got life membership now. Madge, we'll let you go join your team, mate. Well done.
I appreciate it.
Michael Maguire joining us here, the victorious Brisbane Broncos coach tonight. Where I've got to say, it certainly does feel like we are at Suncorp. Stay with us. So much more still to come. The celebrations continuing for Brisbane. Where to now for the Melbourne Storm? On top of that too, you're watching Nine's Wide World of Sports, where we've got some must-see TV coming your way later this week about what unfolded right here a quarter of a century ago.
Sydney Olympics, hey? We felt like we had to win twice.
I burst into tears. It's the first time I ever consciously lied to the Premier. The pressure, extraordinary.
The winner is Sydney.
The crowd's gone bananas. Couldn't have been more iconic. World record. You're a failure.
An Olympic champion for life.
The biggest moment of the opening ceremony, nearly a disaster.
There might be a slight glitch.
It just went bad. It went really bad.
She's striding away from the other women like they're standing still.
The best of the best at their best.
And I couldn't leave the place.
Like, I can barely stand up, let alone play a guitar.
It's probably one of the biggest turning points in Paralympic history.
This is war! That is the biggest upset in Olympic history right there.
I said, I can't do this anymore.
It was a nightmare.
It was very huge. It was scary.
It was absolutely a showdown.
The Sydney Olympics changed sport forever.
The best Olympic Games ever.
There's redemption coming one way or another. Will it be the Broncos? Will it be the Storm?
You've got to win. You've got to win. And when you've lost here, you know how much you really need to win.
It's the final frontier in Rugby League's greatest ever season. A grand final showdown between two clubs with unfinished business. Reynolds up flat, well sorted with all his dazzling speed. The ball goes out to the right and Mariner scores after little more than 2 minutes. What a stunning start. Hughes wraps around Pappenhausen. That scintillating attack by Melbourne. They get an early try. Nick Meaney busting through. Hughes with a kick through, and it is a try to Katoa. He's a try-scoring freak in the back row. Warbrick, open passage to the line. He goes over to score a grand final try. And Walsh comes rampaging onto the ball. Reece Walsh has lit it up. Grant Hughes, right foot step. Jerome Hughes with an incredible individual effort. There's 40 minutes left in the greatest season we have witnessed. Shibasaki, he gets between defenders and puts the ball on the line. Reynolds has waved to the trainer. He's gone. Pokes for Walsh. He's given the money ball. Fires another pass. It was very flat. Shibasaki's got over. Stop it. He's gone through. Reece Walsh. Walsh has saved the game. It's been 19 years, but the Broncos are back on top of the Rugby League world.
What a bloody ride. Bronx Nation, you're the Bears.
The Rockstar Broncos now getting the party started off. They're knocking off the Storm here at Accor Stadium. Let's hear from another one of their stars with Emma.
Thank you, James. I've got Shibasaki. I mean, look at this. How do you describe this, mate?
Unreal feeling. From the start of the year to now, I wouldn't picture me here, but, oh man, we worked so hard for it and we finally got it. So proud of the boys.
I want to ask you about a few moments in particular. So you lose Adam Reynolds, Ben Hunt, Karapani goes off for an HIA. You shift to the wing. What's going through your head at that moment?
I was struggling to breathe in that moment for starters, and then looking up and we had no halves there, and it was like all the boys just stuck to their job, and I'm so proud of them. Honestly, I'm proud of them.
What a journey you've had. You almost stopped playing rugby league going at the back end of last year. Now you've made your Origin debut and you won a premiership. Can you actually believe what's happened?
Nah, honestly, full credit to the Blackhawks for keeping me going, and then even to win them, to answering that phone call, giving me a chance, and also Madge. He's changed me on and off the field. He's changed me as a player and as a person, so yeah.
Do you owe a bit to Pat Carrigan as well? Because I believe he's the one that said, mate, just give it one more crack, you're not done.
Yeah, mate, I remember him coming up to Townsville and telling me to come back for a pre-season, and it was a training trial, so I just took it. And then him and Doze ended up taking me throughout the pre-season, drive from the Goldie to Brizzy every day, so couldn't be more happy for him. I love him to death.
Tell you what, you made the most of the opportunity. You've got a premiership ring. Well done, go and celebrate.
Thank you.
Over to you, Freddie.
Thanks, Em. Jordan, Riki, the one thing I noticed is you ended up with the ball. Yeah. I could see your face when you saw the ball coming. You went up in the air and caught it. How did that feel?
A bit lost for words, really. I just seen him throw it, and I was like, this is mine. It's all I had on my mind at the moment was I'm taking it, and once I got that ball and come down with it, I just had a big grin on my face, and obviously I knew that we won, and obviously did it for these fans here, so next, please. Yeah. No, it's awesome, so yeah.
They've been unbelievable, haven't they? Like last week, what they dished up your fans was next level.
Yeah, I know. There was moments there in the game I actually couldn't hear anything, and some of the boys that have played Origin, they said it was louder than Origin games. So, full credit to the Brisbane fans. We love them, and what a way to repay them back. So, yeah.
I was watching your lineup before the game. You were crying. There was a lot of tears going on. How was that? How emotional is it listening to the anthems and going through that?
You just reflect on how much work and blood, sweat, and tears you put into not only one season, but many seasons that you play. And I think this is my 7th year now, and my dream was to always play NRL, but the number one thing on the back of my mind was to become a premiership winner, and for me to be standing there alongside my brothers who I love, and obviously play the game that I love in front of my family and friends here, just a wave of emotion came over me, and like I said, what an awesome way to repay them back, and I just can't wait to go home and see all my friends and family and the beautiful people in Brizzy, so yeah.
What are you expecting there when you get to Brizzy?
Nuts. No, if there's anything like that game last week, it would be absolutely mental, so just can't wait to celebrate with them, and it'll be awesome. And obviously celebrate with the Lions boys as well, and the girls as well, so what a way in the Brizzy sport, so yeah.
Everyone's winning up north, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, so full credit to them, so can't wait to have a beer with you guys, so can't wait.
Go and enjoy, brother, you've earned it. James.
Thank you, Brad. He's a keen bean. Well done, Jordan, Riki, one of the stars of this Broncos side. Paul Gallen's joined Gus, Cam and I at the desk as we look back on some of the key moments from tonight. Gal, it's been quite the ride, this one with the Broncos, and finished sort of, I guess, fittingly for them.
Unbelievable. Look, I'm a little bit shocked at the second half, to be honest. I thought when the Storm led by 10 at half-time, they'd be able to go on with it and shut the game down, but the Broncos credit, Shibasaki scored pretty early, and they were just too good. I've got to be honest, I've never seen a better individual performance than I saw from Reece Walsh today. He was absolutely outstanding. Forget the try he scored, forget the try assist that he had. He had 2 try-saving moments that won the game for the Broncos. One was at the back end of the game on Ryan Pappenhausen with probably a minute to go. Another one was inside probably the last 10 minutes where he chased down. Ryan Pappenhausen made the break off the scrum and he chased him down. Pappenhausen did throw a ball on the inside of the winger. He dropped it. But had he not been there, had Walsh not been there putting pressure on Pappenhausen, they score and probably win the game. It was one of the best individual performances I've ever seen in a big game, and he deserves all the credit he gets for this match. Absolutely outstanding performance.
Well, he's made for this stage, isn't he, Reece Walsh? The big moments, the great players stand up, and look, he's still a very young man. But as Gal said, the moments that mattered, Reece Walsh, the number 1 jersey for the Broncos, he was all around those moments. Try-saving tackles, big plays with the ball. Just watch him move around the ball here like wanted it. Last tackle, 20 metres out, he just said, give me the ball.
Well, he saw 2 Storm players on the ground. He knew there had to be space somewhere. Behind the ruck probably made sense to him. And he took the ball. He beat 3 or 4 middles.
He beat 5.
There you go. Like, what an outstanding try. Just give me the ball, I'll do the rest, he says. But I'll go back to those 2 defensive efforts by him. To me, they were absolutely match-defining. And had he not been there for their moments, I think the Storm probably going to win.
And then second half, he just exploded with the ball. This is this type of game, that's a relatively soft try. There wasn't really much going on. The Melbourne Storm had him marked man for man. And here he comes on the short side. His power with his passing, everything he does, it's got power behind it. The way he kicks, the way he runs. Just look at how fast the ball moves when he passes this ball. He passes his ball 20 metres.
And he's not even spiraling.
And he beats defenders.
He's not even
with the speed of ball.
He's just passing straight out.
He spirals the ball.
He's a freak.
I'll tell you a couple of other Broncos that I thought had great games. I thought Shibasaki was great. He got found out early defensively, had a couple of tries over his edge, but he carried the ball for over 200 metres, which is incredible in a grand final for an outside back. I thought Dean Mariner was the same. He scored a couple of tries, carried for over 200 metres. I thought Ezra Mam, when he come on, he had 2 big tackles. I thought that really shifted the momentum back to the Broncos. He hit Ali Katoa, knocked the ball free, and then he come up with a try saver down here on Will Warbrick too. So a lot of contributors tonight for the Broncos.
Certainly were, as there have been all season. Now in the commentary box, calling all the action for us tonight was Andrew Johns and Billy Slater, who join us now. Hello, fellas. Joey, it lived up to the hype.
Yeah, we spoke about the hype during the week. It was huge for this game. It didn't disappoint. And I've got to say, this is the cherry on top. The semi-final series this year is without doubt been the best, I think, by a long, long way we've seen in the NRL history. And the game tonight, it could have gone either way, but in the end, the absolute superstar who we spoke about for so much, he did it not necessarily with the ball, without it. He saved 3 tries in the second half. It was just an absolute freakish performance, Bill.
Yeah, and I've got my 3-2-1, and obviously we know who the 3 points goes to. But I'll start with one. I thought it was Melbourne Storm's best tonight, and that was Ali Katoa, especially at the start of the game. He scored a try, he set up another one, and every involvement, he was aggressive, whether it was with the football or without the football. At 2, I thought Ezra Mam really changed the game. He only played 49 minutes, but when he came on the field, as you mentioned, Cam, he made a real difference. Not just with the football, he was bouncing off tackles, creating opportunities. He set up that try for Shibasaki, but without the football. He made a real physical presence, and I thought he was a real difference when he came on the field. 3 points, out-and-out star, the star of the show tonight, Reece Walsh, the Clive Churchill medalist. 5 scoring plays in the game for the Broncos. He made 4 of them. He scored 1 and he set 3 of them up. But it was the plays off the football with his defence. He's dead set in a great frame of mind at the moment. He's really balanced with his football. And as a Storm person, I'm really happy for Reece. I'm really happy for Ben Hunt. I thought there was a real patch-up work for the Broncos that they did really well at the back end of the game. Both their halves were off the field. Karapani was off the field. Defensively, they held the Melbourne Storm out when the game was on the line, when the premiership was on the line, and they stood up and they've got the trophy in their hands.
Right there, the Brisbane Broncos celebrating that very moment. Fellas, great season as always. Joey, surfboard packed, ready to go?
I'll talk to you in March.
He's on Garuda. Garuda Airlines.
Some things don't change. There we go. Andrew Johns, Billy Slater up there. Now, in the meantime, JT and Danica are standing by. They're on the field here alongside us. D-Mace, take it away.
Oh, thank you, James. Well, JT, I remember standing in this exact position 2 years ago when it was the Penrith Panthers and the Brisbane Broncos in the grand final, and you were in awe of Nathan Cleary's performance, his individual performance in that grand final. So watching Reece Walsh in action tonight, where does he rate for you in terms of individual performances in a grand final?
That's number 1 for me. I was in awe of what Nathan Cleary did a couple of years ago, but Reece Walsh did it on both sides of the ball tonight. He was unbelievable. And I'll show you his second try assist to Shibasaki. Watch when he gets the ball. Benny Hunt does a great job and gives it to him early. And he wants to square Cameron Munster up here with the ball. He's got the ball in 2 hands, and then he comes off the left foot and uses the fend to get away from Munster, and then tips on to Katoni's Stags. He gets knocked over here. They made a breakdown here, so there's going to be a disconnect on the defensive line here. Watch him, he's looking for it. He goes straight out to here again. He comes out, he gets the ball, and watch this bullet-like pass that he throws to Shibasaki. Hits him on the chest.
Shibasaki scores that. Not only that, after that try, he goes back, slots it from the sideline to go 26-22, but also he had 4 try savers. He knocked the ball out of Tui Kamakamitha's hands when he was about to score. He also ran down Pappenhausen off the scrum. He also made that try-saving tackle on Pappenhausen when Katoa went to him, and he comes screaming out of the line and jams Stefano Urukamanu as well. So without a doubt, he did it on both sides of the ball, and I think that is the greatest individual grand final performance I've seen.
It was just incredible. We were all in awe of it, watching it all unfold. So he certainly has every reason to celebrate tonight. And JT, I hear you're heading to Brisbane tomorrow, so the Broncos, they should probably watch out as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you, teammates. Good luck, Jonathan. He knows how to find a party. It is official. The Broncos are premiers once again, and now you can purchase a very special piece of memorabilia. Each jersey personally signed by the players and strictly limited. So order yours right now, officialmemorabilia.com.au. Stay with us. More to come here from McCaw Stadium on Nine's Whitewater Sports, where once we're done with the footy, we're off to the racetrack.
Through Hetherington, but no markers there. And Walsh comes rampaging onto the ball. Reece Walsh has lit it up.
Oh, what a great grand final try. Sit back and look at this. We know he's got the Hollywood looks, but he's tough. He's as tough as they come, Reece Walsh, and just said, give me the ball. That's a bit 5-6 players.
That's an inspiring try. That is one of the most inspiring grand final tries I've ever seen.
Just give me the footy and I'll show you how it's done. That was the attitude of Reece Walsh out there tonight. An unbelievable try that will go down in rugby league folklore. Alana has joined Gal, Cam and I here sideline.
Virgo.
Hello.
What a day. Still here going home.
A long day.
Where you been? Have you done anything today?
No, nothing. It feels like the NRLW Grand Final was last year after what we just witnessed tonight. But the Broncos, they get the double. And that was, we talk about the men's one, that was a cracking women's final today.
It really was. And the best thing was the crowd was here to enjoy it too.
And 40-odd thousand.
Yeah, it was insane. Look, the Broncos fans have been outstanding all game, but the footy itself was incredible. The class of Tamika Upton, she got to go over first. They completed much higher, the Brisbane Broncos. I actually always thought that they had the class and the points in them, but what kept the Sydney Roosters in this contest was their fitness and their desperation. They came back, they were really strong, but a couple of big losses this season. For me, it was no Tara Aiken ahead of this game. I thought if she was playing, then it would have been a fair contest, but they also lost Naividi as well, which was a huge loss to their side. So the class of the Brisbane Broncos prevailed, but there were a couple of players that well and truly stood up. This woman here, Gal Broughton, was immense on that left edge. She linked up with Tamika Upton a few times. That woman there, Mele Hufanga, she had an absolute blinder right from her first carry all the way through, got the Brisbane Broncos on the front foot. And they just showed so much belief in their side. When the Roosters came back into the contest, their key players stood up and put on an absolute show for the crowd. It was great footy.
Tamika Upton, just a winner. Just makes it happen. And there they are, the Brisbane Broncos celebrating earlier today, 30-odd degrees while they were playing. And just getting past the previously unbeaten Roosters. Back on to the men's tonight. Cam, Melbourne, what's the takeaway from tonight's loss? And obviously, back-to-back grand final defeats for the club.
Yeah, well, I'm not too sure what the feeling would be in the dressing sheds right now. I know it'd be a pretty empty feeling considering they've lost 2 straight. It's an ordinary feeling to lose 1, but to lose 2 consecutively, I just don't know how they'd be feeling at the moment. They put in so much hard work, and I spoke at this desk 12 months ago and said, back the Storm. They'll win it in 2025, and I still believe it was theirs to lose. And they just couldn't get it done in the second half. You know, Gal and I spoke at half-time when they were up by 10 and just thought, well, this is made for the Melbourne Storm. Yep. They'll just ice the game, they'll just control the tempo, they'll kick long, they'll defend strongly, and they didn't do it. The thing that's come back to haunt them, and I still remember this from my playing days when Craig Bellamy would speak to us. The last game, whatever that is in your season, it's usually a reflection of your entire season. Now, when you hear Craig Bellamy speak in all of his press conferences here, what's the common word that he's used? Inconsistent. And that was the Melbourne Storm tonight in both halves. Super in the first half, looked very good. Had a 10-point lead, looked really comfortable. Second half, couldn't find a point. Let in some pretty... Well, I wouldn't say easy tries, but they just went away from their game.
For the Melbourne Storm, particularly the Shibasaki first try in the second half, that's a pretty soft try for the Melbourne Storm to have scored against them. I can't imagine he'd be happy with that. In a grand final, 100%. So that's where they've let themselves down. And as you said, it's an inconsistency throughout the year. They haven't been able to do it for 80 minutes.
Yep. Watch this space for how the club reacts to that one. Obviously, some individual players there as well. Cameron Munster, Harry Grant still without, which is mind-blowing, without a premiership, the calibre of player that he is. In the meantime, let's get to the celebrations again, shall we? Darren Lockyer, live in the sheds with his Bronx.
The beers and the cigars are on. So it's the first, it was Reece Walsh here who's talking to Kimmy Cannon from First Mac. They go, let's get Reece. Sorry, Kim, can I have a quick chat?
Hey, Lockie.
How you feeling, mate? I know.
I'm on top of the world, mate, honestly. Yeah, I don't think it's sunk in right now, but, man, look at these people in the room. This is our family. This is our why. The reason we turn up and do what we do because of these people in this room, man. It's a blessing. So grateful, and, yeah, I'm just so honoured.
You look like a man on a mission tonight. Talk us through what you were thinking pre-game.
Oh, mate, I just needed to do my job, honestly.
You did more than that.
I cried on the way, cried before last week's game. I got to the team room for our meeting, and I could see the boys were a little bit nervous, and I think that calmed me down because I knew I had to, do my job for them. They were just as nervous as me, so that sort of took the nerves out of my stomach, mate.
What does this mean?
I think it means history, mate. I think to see your board, your name on the board at the Broncos, for us to be in that history now of the club, it's such an honour, mate. As a little kid, all you want to do is represent the Broncos, like Darren Lockyer, like Kevy Walters, Alan Langer, and I'm just so proud, so honoured, and we worked so hard for this, mate. Like, no one believed in us the whole year, but we believed in ourselves. That's what it comes down to, mate. We believed in ourselves. Madge instilled, that hard work, that 80 minutes. I'm just so honoured, mate. So bloody honoured, honestly.
Well, mate, outstanding. You ready for a party?
Thanks, Lockie. Look, I'm ready to enjoy the moment. I haven't drank all year, so I think I need to soak it in, look after myself, and get around some leaders that can give me a hug when I need it.
Good boy, good boy. Congrats, mate.
Thank you very much, mate.
All right, we're trying to find Ezra. Where's Ezra? Oh, here he is. Ez, can I have a quick chat? Please, just quickly. Mate, how's the cigar going, first of all?
That's all right. It's a bit wet from the war cry. Yeah.
Talk us through your last couple of weeks, because there was a point there where maybe you weren't going to come back, but here you are tonight, played a big part in a grand final win.
Yeah. Obviously, I got injured at the back end of the year, and, I put full trust in my physios and, the club for getting me back, and got back to it, and, I'm just happy to be back playing football in the semis and got here and come away with the win tonight.
When you were sitting on the sidelines, what were you seeing in the players?
I was just seeing the boys were calm. They weren't stressing, and I wasn't stressing as well. Like, everyone was calm, and we knew that we were going to get them in the second half, and that's where we got them.
All right, 2 years ago you scored a hat-trick, but we got beaten. Surely there was a burning desire for you tonight to come out and do what you achieved.
Yeah, it was, all of us boys that played in that grand final, we wanted to share that feeling with the boys, and obviously we didn't want them to feel the same way. So that burning desire from us that played in that grand final. We didn't want to have a different result. We wanted to have a different result.
Outstanding. Well done. Enjoy it. It's time to party. Get that cigar back into you.
Shit, baby.
Back to you, James.
We've got suddenly teleported back to the 80s as the celebrations ramp up for the Broncos.
How much passive smoking in there?
A lot going on. A lot going on. Now, of course, you're watching Grand Final night here on 9, but right around the corner, the Pacific Championships, which are going to light up the Rugby League world once again.
Attention, please. This here feels like the whole entire world collapse. Bust the rhyme now. MOP now. What you want now? What you want now? What you want now? What you want?
Well, just when we thought the Rugby League couldn't get any more entertaining, along comes the 2025 NRL Grand Final. The Broncos, the Storm, you knew it was going to be something special, and in the end, it's Brisbane celebrating, breaking a 19-year drought, their first title since 2006. The confetti, well, it needs cleaning. I'm more than happy to be volunteering for that one yet again this year, becoming quite the tradition this. But honestly, thank you so much for your company, not just tonight for our Grand Final coverage, but right throughout season 2025. It has been a ride, and we love going on it with you. A massive shout out to all our team, all the gang I'm on air with, all the ones behind the scenes, and of course, the fans, the players. It's been a great year. Thanks, fellas. You can do your job now. I'll help. We'll see you at the Pacific Championships and see you in 2026 in Vegas. Bye for now.
As the gates open here at Sydney's Accor Stadium, you can't help but wonder what memories will be created today as one of the greatest seasons in living memory comes to a dramatic close.
Grand Final day has officially started. Now Boyd, lovely ball. That was a brilliant pass from Tanner Boyd. Yeah, here they come. Tuapiki, Tame Tuapiki. Here's a break straight up the middle, and there goes Tanner Boyd. He'll enjoy that one against his former club, and that is it. Well done to the New Zealand Warriors for the first time in the club's history. They won a game on NRL Grand Final Day. They won the 2025 State Championship.
In just 70 minutes' time, we will be finding out who will be crowned this year's NRLW champions.
Away we go in the Grand Final. The Broncos kicking things off.
Gale Broughton slipped it out the back and Dan! Oh, what defence! Hufanga got rid of her. Oh, brilliant run!
Upton with space, burns them! Tamika Upton has the first try in the Grand Final. Ferguson from dummy half, spinning away over, thinks she scored, and the referee is going to give this try. Ferguson, he gets rocked as well. This time it's Kearney. Well, here's Parker around Hufanga. Upton in cover. Fullback on fullback. Parker gets there. And the Roosters are right back in the Grand Final. Loppemauer just back on. Will take some stopping here. Eliza Loppemauer. A remarkable turnaround here. Still tackles up their sleeve. It's on here. Surges. Mia Wood. And they lead the Grand Final. The Roosters have regrouped. Sawaso saw something brewing and scores. A try would put them back in front. Hufanga, she started it, and now she might have finished it. Countdown is over. The Broncos are back on top of the Rugby League world.
Take me out! A grand final showdown between two clubs with unfinished business.
And Walsh comes rampaging onto the ball. Reece Walsh has lit it up.
Grant Hughes, right foot step.
Right foot step. Jerome Hughes with an incredible individual effort. Fires another pass. It was very flat. Shibasaki's gone over. Stop it. He's gone through. Reece Walsh. Walsh has saved the game. It's been 19 years, but the Broncos are back on top of the Rugby League world.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports. This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.